Hi, I'm Sarah Scott, and welcome to the session at Agriculture for All. Today we're going to be hearing from Shelby Smith, learning all about beef production. Shelby is joining us from the Fredonia FFA chapter. Shelby, take it away.
Hi, my name is Shelby Smith. I am a member of the Fredonia FFA chapter in Fredonia, Kansas. As you can see by this sign, I live on a century farm. That means that my family has been on this land for over 100 years. I am the 5th generation in my family to live and work on this farm. My brother and I have a cattle herd of 28 cow-calf pairs. We use the money we make from our cattle to use in our college funds. Mom always says that on this farm we raise cows, crops, and kids, but today let's just focus on the beef cattle. This is my cattle herd. I turn out the bull on May 1st and leave him out until July 1st. 283 days after the cows are bred, they have their babies. So, from February to April. The babies will be between 60 and 100 pounds when they're born. Most of our cows are purebred Angus, but some of them have Simmental in them, which means they have white faces. And sometimes their babies have cute little white spots too. We always tag our calves as soon as they're born for 4 main reasons. The first is if a baby is unhealthy, we can figure out who its mom is and take the proper steps to make it feel better. By keeping accurate annual records, we can look back and see if this is an ongoing problem and if we need to get rid of the cow. The second reason is so we know which cows have had calves and which ones we're still waiting on. The third reason we always tag our calves is so when we are looking at the females to keep as replacement heifers, we can pick the most reliable ones, which we can usually tell by who their mom was. The fourth and final reason we tag our calves when they're born is so we can keep accurate health and vaccination records of both the cows and their calves. During the winter months, we feed them hay and protein tubs. They rely on us for their food when there's nothing else for them to eat. These tubs are 30% crude protein, and they have molasses to attract the cows. The cows lick the tubs like giant lollipops to get the nutrition for them and their babies. It's really important for me to spend time with my cattle and walk around with them. As you can see, this one is really calm. She loves to eat out of my hand. It's really important for them to be calm when they're around me so that I can walk around with them and check them. See who's going to have a baby, when they're going to have a baby, and make sure that everybody's doing okay health-wise. Hi, girl. The baby you can see behind me is eating with her mom, 609. This is one of my brother's first ever cows, and her baby's name is Willow. All of our babies love to eat their groceries, and they need to eat a lot so that they get big and strong. All of our babies look really healthy. They're happy, they're spunky, they all have lots of energy. And none of them are showing any kind of sickness. We have 18 calves on the ground and we're waiting for about 10 more. So I'm hoping that all of the cows we have left have their calves all on their own and everyone stays healthy. This drone is my newest investment. I bought it because last winter was so muddy I couldn't get out and check my calves. Now, in muddy weather, I can go fly around and check my cows and see if there's any new calves that need a tag. These are my replacement heifers for this year. We want them to be about 750 pounds when we breed them, so we've been feeding them since we weaned them off their mom. They eat a high-protein grain ration so they can grow up to be big, strong mommies. We want them to be big enough and strong enough to raise healthy babies next year. They are all about a year old, and this one celebrated her first birthday yesterday. During the spring, we will release them into the pasture with the rest of the cows and the bull. This is my herd bull, and his name is Woolly Bully. He is a purebred registered Angus bull. Most bulls will breed between 25 and 30 cows per season. After 6 to 10 months, we wean the calves off their moms. Some of the females we will keep as replacement heifers. The rest of them we take to the livestock auction. From there, most of them will be fed out to become your supper. It takes somewhere between 2 and 3 years from the day they're born to when they're on your plate, or from our farm to your fork. Some of the things you can get from beef are brisket, cheeseburgers, hamburger, and roasts. Beef, it's what's for dinner. There are approximately 1 million farms and ranches in the U.S. with beef cattle. And just like mine, most of these are family owned. In Kansas, the cattle industry produces nearly $6.3 billion every year and provides Kansas with nearly 42,800 jobs. There are more than 250 breeds of beef cattle in the world and approximately 80 readily available to producers in the U.S., including Angus, Charolais, Simmental, and Hereford. About 45% of a beef cow is used for meat, while the rest is used for other byproducts, including medicine, gelatin, and leather, like my boots. Beef nourishes the bodies of millions of Americans by providing 10 essential nutrients, including zinc, protein, and vitamin B12. The average American eats 112 pounds of beef every year. Now for some beef fun facts. Before a female has a calf, she's called a heifer. She becomes a cow once she gives birth. The males are called steers or bulls. The hide from a single cow can be made into 144 baseballs, 20 footballs, or 12 basketballs. Disneyland sells over 4 million hamburgers every year. In January 2020, there were 94 million cattle in America. That's more cows than people in California, Texas, Mississippi, and Florida combined. I spend every chance I get with my cattle, and I love every second of it.
Thank you, Shelby, for teaching us all about beef production in Kansas. If you have questions about beef production in Kansas, reach out to the 5 County Farm Bureaus. That's at 5countyfb@gmail.com. That's right, 5countyfb@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us for today's session.